I've had clients that started at properties that, you know, they acquired for $50,000, $60,000, and now they're sitting in $500,000 homes in a matter of a few years, right? And that's because they followed the process. They weren't looking for instantaneous satisfaction. And some of you all are already there. I'm not talking to you. Like, some of y'all are already in a space where you can get exactly what you want. But some of us have to take steps, and that's okay. It's okay to take steps. It is okay to take your time. You do not have to keep up with the Joneses or the Smiths or whoever it is. That is not a requirement. But what I do want you to do is get a piece of this pie here, because this is the easiest way that you can build wealth is through real estate. It is the most, you know, secure way as well. Even outside of stocks, it's the most secure way, secure method to actually build wealth and also control your environment, right? So this is something that you definitely want to get in. Soon, Atlanta will not be affordable. Soon, you will not be able to afford a property in Atlanta unless you got a lot of money. And so most people will remain renters. Most people will remain renters. You can mark my word. Most people in Atlanta, in the Atlanta market, and I'm not talking about city of Atlanta when I say the Atlanta market, I'm talking about Atlanta as a whole, will remain tenants, will remain renters, and will not be able to ever afford something unless something miraculous happens. And that's because of how the cost of living is increasing year by year. So unless something traumatic happens, which everybody is waiting on and has been waiting on forever while everybody else is making money, the market crashes, right? And we don't even see that happening. We don't see that happening. And that can happen. Let me say this. It can happen in certain markets. There are markets within markets. There are sub-markets. So it can happen in certain areas where certain areas will go on a downward trend. It may not convert as much. It may not build as much equity as fast. However, that is a conversation between you and a real estate professional that knows their stuff, that will literally sit there and do research on that specific home and tell you whether it's a good decision or not. That is where advice comes in, because you should not be connected to a person that don't know nothing. You just got your license and you out here just slanging houses, opening a door. You are a showing assistant. Okay? All shade. You are a showing assistant. So don't get messed up out there, buyers, and get connected to a showing assistant. There's a difference, okay? There's a difference between a showing assistant and a licensed real estate professional that is actually signed up with an exclusive buyer brokerage agreement to provide advice. Even if you're not signed up with an exclusive buyer brokerage agreement, they can't provide advice to you. They can give you, they can complete ministerial duties, so very high level acts, but they can't provide advice. And that's invaluable. Having advice, having resources, having connections, that's something that a lot of people still don't have in life, right? And so that is what you're getting connected to. And that is what you need to do your research on. You need to make sure that people are actively working out here in these streets, that folks are actually closing deals and not just taking pictures and putting it on social media.